All right.
everything.
All right. Your big why. That's where we're getting. That's what we're getting to here, right? And you know, the question becomes, why did you want to become a real estate agent? And you know, what were your hopes and goals? And you start to look at that vantage point in the distance. You came in with an expectation, no? Do you have
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we want to get you there, even with the understanding that you're at a point in your business where you may not even know everything that's possible, right? And so success is sequential, but it's important to establish your mindset and your goals from the very beginning. If you don't have that in place, then you're just kind of floating through the ether of business, and you're hoping to kind of bounce into something or bump into something. You'd be surprised at how many people run their businesses in this manner. Even jobs you love have moments where you will struggle to find motivation. You know, during this process, during Ignite, you'll learn a lot about the ins and outs of how to find and keep business, right? You want to be purposeful in this process. You'll learn everything you need to do to make a deal, of course. But you know, and the more connected you are with what you want to do with your success, the more you'll find that success. It's the fuel behind what you do. And so your big why, when I first started, my big, you know, I thought my big why forever was my kids, and they are a big why. I just don't know that they are the big why, right? They're not the reason I come to work every day. The reason I come to work every day is because of my big why. That's because I get fulfillment from helping other people achieve their goals, right? That's what I get off on. And so it's kind of selfish, but lucky for you, right? That I feel this way, because being in this position of leadership, I have the ability to affect change for others. And in that, you know, that doesn't have to be your big why, but you need to connect with whatever that motivation is, or whatever that driving energy is for your business. You know, what successful agents do every day is one of these two categories, right? They're either growing their business or running their business. We're going to this series of classes is going to take you through both of these modules. We're going to start with growing your business, and that is, you know, lead generate for buyers and sellers, make seller listing presentations and get listings, make buyer presentations and get listings, and preview real estate. Okay, this all gets you the opportunity and gives you the skills to process. You will, you know, could you see? There's a little green line here. Are you seeing everything on the screen, or is it?
It's a little zoomed in, so some of the words on the right are cut off, like
Right.
transaction.
Yeah. All right.
But I do see most of it.
Do you know how to? Oh, sorry. I see the green line. I don't know how to get. Sorry about that. I don't know how to get. You see everything now, right?
Yeah.
How about if we just go like that? All right.
Yeah.
This way you get to see everything in there. So in this process, we're going to be working through the two big buckets of your business. The one module is the growing your business, and the second module is the running of your business, which is the transaction. Oh, we got David and Ashley. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Joey, how are you?
Good to see you. Well, almost see you, right? There you go. Welcome back, David. And you could see that in running your business, you're going to be market to seller listings, show buyer houses, negotiate contracts, transaction management to closing, vendor management, goal setting, compliance, risk management, attending training and getting coaching and managing your money, right? This is all about running your business. And here's the secret to being a successful real estate agent is there is no secret. Success leaves clues. So we know exactly what successful agents do every day. Every day, agents do two types of activities. They grow their business and they run their business. These are the activities that will help you achieve your big why. And I would encourage, let's take a little moment here when it comes to big why. I have Brandon and Ashley on there too. Guys, when you have a chance, I want you to look up Simon Sinek. And he has a TED Talk on how great leaders inspire, is what I think it's called. And it really breaks down the big why in an amazing way. Like I said, I used to think my big why were my kids, and they absolutely are, and they absolutely were for a long time. But until I understood that I derived true fulfillment from helping others achieve their goals, I really didn't connect with my big why. That's what keeps me engaged. So figure out what drives you, because you want to keep it in front of you as much as possible. Some people want financial freedom, or some people objectify their big why, and that's okay. There's no judgment in that. Whatever, just always be searching for a deeper connection to it, because it helps you get through those moments when you don't want to, you don't feel it, right? You know, there's some days that I'm not feeling it, right? But knowing that I'm helping people and that I'm gonna help them get what they want, and that they're depending on me, keeps me in the game. All right, so what is the spark for this, right? We're going to have an overview. This is what we're going to go through today. What is Spark? Start your sphere. Know the tools. Prepare for success. Then we're going to recap and such, right? All right. There's a video involved. All right. Let's get let's see what this video has to say.
Hi, I'm Gary Keller. This course will allow you to get off to a fast start you can build on. Because if you repeated the principles every 90 days for a year, believe me, you have an awesome first year. And just as important, you would have built the foundation and momentum for your entire career. It is practical, realistic, and easy to apply. It's about the fundamentals that determine your level of success in the business of real estate. From our research with top agents, we have found that they too started their careers with these fundamentals, and they continue to do them along with their teams to this very day. And it's not hard. It just requires a little focused effort, a few hours every day. Now, there is really just one way to achieve the goal. It's lead generation. Other skills are important, yet without leads to work with, your skills won't mean a thing. Dealing with business never takes precedence over what? Finding business. Never. Research shows that top producing agents make lead generation their #1 priority and the one thing they make sure they always get done. You can do this. And when you do, you will get the leads, the relationships, the experiences, the career, and the income that you want and deserve. Go get them, and good luck.
All right, what does Gary say is the #1 priority?
Lead generation.
There you go. Right. And what does the video tell you about what to expect from this class, right? That's a silly question, but you know, you expect to be able to build a business and run your business. All right. Welcome to Ignite. There you go. Let's try that one more time. Go. Nothing else about your business will have as big an impact on it as the number of leads you have. And so you might only, this is a true statement, okay? My only problem with this statement is that it's much more it's much more dimensional than it proposes to be. Hey, more leads solve all problems, right? Lead generation solve all problems. That is all true. But when I started in this business, that's as far as it went. That's as far as the conversation went. And what I've learned is there's a lot of dimension and a lot of layers to this statement. What lead generation means is not just dialing for dollars. What lead generation means is the systematic use of technology and yourself to develop and foster relationships. It is your constant inquiry into how can I help? How can I help? That's what you're doing. That's what creates a viable lead. That's what allows someone to believe that you can get them what they want. And that's the goal. Right? I'll move it forward correctly here. All right. So Ignite is 4 weeks where you will learn the foundation of success, including your daily success habits. Your daily success habits are things successful agents do every day, including lead generation. The first 2 weeks are called Spark. And Spark is your incubator for success, where you will learn how to set a successful mindset, lead generate, and get the confidence of the sellers or buyers in your first appointment. Okay, it's the first step in understanding how to achieve the opportunity, how to generate the opportunity. After learning these foundational and developmental, well, let me try that again. After learning these foundations and developing some successful client relationships in Sparks, then we'll move to elementals to learn the skills they need to take those appointments to a successful closing. So the first is, how do I get that opportunity? And what are the systems and activities surrounding that? And then it moves on to how do I process that opportunity? How do I do a deal? This is a great little quote, is a great little statistic. According to NAR, 66% of sellers and 41% of buyers find their agent through a friend. Okay, so if you're doing your relational lead generation, that means that you will be getting into the fabric of your potential client. You want to be part of their resources. You want to be leverage for them. And to set yourself up for that, you need to be of value. You have to ask the question, how can I help, right? Participants take out the phone. So as a little experiment or here, you're going to go to your phone, scroll all the way, go into your contacts, scroll all the way while I'm talking. Do this. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it'll have the number of contacts on your list. So you'll find out how many contacts you have on your phone. Take the total number, say 1,500 contacts, for example, and multiply it by 6%. This number gives you the average number of real estate actions that will be happening in the next 12 months within your sphere of influence alone. 6% of the people on your phone right now will engage in a real estate transaction in the next year? Okay? For 1,000 people, that's 60 people. The question is, are you placing yourself in a position to help? And that's what we want to do. If you want to torture yourself a little bit more, you take, that's 6% of 1,000, that's 60 people in the next 12 months, right? And then once you have that number, multiply it by the average commission rate in your marketplace, which let's say our average sale price is about 1.2, but for the sake of this conversation, we'll do $1 million. So that's $25,000 times that 60. That's what that represents. That opportunity represents. That's a lot of transactions, a lot. So, does that math help anybody at all, perspective wise? Okay. All right. All right, start your sphere. That's where we are, your sphere. Who are these people? People you have met in one way, shape, or another, right? Now you have to move your sphere into consciousness. There's a great, we're going to be seeing the funnel coming up soon, which, is it in this one? No, unfortunately it's not, but you will see, we're going to look at a funnel down the road that really starts to take apart your sphere. But just for the sake of this conversation, is that your sphere of influence are the people you have met already. They already know you, they trust and respect you. Therefore, they're likely to be willing to help you. Because after all, people like to do business with those they know, trust, respect. You have established reciprocal communication with people in your sphere. You have to establish reciprocal communication with people in your sphere. They have to know that you have a service to offer, and that if they or anyone they care about has a need for that service, that you are there for them. Okay? You can't be a secret agent. For several years when I first started out, I sent out things, in a kind of spaghetti way, throwing it up against the wall. I definitely sent out communications, but I wasn't engaged in a relational level with my sphere. And I expected them to want to do business with me. I'm a good guy. I will work hard and I will do my best to get them the result that they want. But if I had a nickel for every time I heard, oh my God, I forgot you were in real estate, or I forgot that, oh, aren't you on the other side of town? There was always a reason, because I was not relevant in that way to them. Okay, so we'd much rather do business with people we know and we trust, but we have to treat them like we would a friend, right? We can't expect them to understand what we have to offer as a human if we don't tell them. People are inside. I've been married for 25 years, and I couldn't tell you with any certainty what's going on inside my wife's head at any given moment of any day, right? And that's somebody that I share every day with, and 2 children with, right? And vice versa, right? Sometimes we expect each other to know, but you don't. And so you need to make sure that your sphere has the information they need to keep you relevant to them. All right. Any questions about that? No, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? All right. Oh, stay in touch with your sphere. This is the lifeline of a client, right? And it shows the ups and downs. The average person moves every 8 to 10 years. Right after a move, the likelihood that they will want to move again is at its lowest point. But over time, they begin to be more likely to look at buying or selling. So, this is a lifetime of business. You want to be engaged with your clients for the lifeline, for all of their transactions. That's how you create consistency in your business. Imagine that you have, when you're starting your business, you close your first deal, that's your first lifeline that you've engaged, right? And then, then you're doing more deals. And imagine when you get to a point when you've closed 100 deals, and you're in 100 different people's lifelines. Every 8 to 10 years, they're doing something with real estate. It all comes back to you if you do what you're supposed to do, which is stay relevant in their lives. There's some crazy statistic that says that 82% of the buyers will likely use their agent again to sell their house or to buy another house, but only like 18% do, because agents don't stay connected. You put all of this work into attaining being of value, getting in relationship, being there for the moment, looking for the property, writing a contract, negotiating, and closing a deal, going through all of that aggravation and all of that life experience with someone. And then after that, you drop them. You stop communicating with them. That is negligible in that you're dropping an opportunity that's the easiest way, that's the easiest client to stay in contact with, because you've already delivered for them. So if this is the lifeline of the client, you don't want this to be what your business looks like. Okay, if you are not, I thought I could draw a line through this whole thing here. Yeah, look, annotate, right? Draw, okay, right. If you are consistently communicating with your client, then when they have the need, boom. Oops, you're there. You're there. You're there. And you're here, right? Look at that. But if you're not, if you're just, dropping them off at their new house here and not doing anything to stay in contact with them, then you're going to lose the opportunity going forward. All right. Does that make sense? This is a workshop environment. All right. How do I, now I'm gonna have to live with that the whole time. Clear. Oh, there you go. Ford is a great method. Is anybody familiar with Ford?
How to start a conversation, right?
Yeah. This is what people love to talk about. People love to talk about themselves, right? They love to talk about their family, what they're doing, their hobbies. and what they want to be someday and what they want to do someday, right? These are all ways to connect with people on an interpersonal level. How are the kids? How's work been? Have you been to the cabin? Have you been skiing? Have you been painting? And are you ready to retire? What oh, did you? There's a million different conversations in this to get inside of people, right? To get closer to them, to give them the feeling that you care. Okay. So, making when you're, this year was a great opportunity. COVID was a great opportunity to make a call that just is about caring. To call and say, hey, I know we're in a challenging time. How are you holding up? How many of those calls did you receive from anybody outside your family? I got to tell you, I didn't receive any from outside my family, right? But imagine if you did. Imagine if you could, ask that question to 10 people a day who you have lost touch with. I'm just really trying to reconnect with people and make sure everybody's okay. This time has really shown me the importance of the people in my community and the people I care about, and that's why I'm reaching out to you just to find out, how you're doing, how the family's doing, and if there's anything I can do to help. It'll get around to you. The conversation will get around to you, but you don't have to bring up real estate. It will get around to you, right? Especially if you are caring on that level, if you are engaged in their lives on that level. If you get people what they want, if you give them what they want, they will want to get you what you want, okay? So Ford is a great way to start those conversations. How about if we each take a turn to just, just do it with me, right? Just Brandon, you or David or Brandon, why don't you just say hello and, ask me a question using Ford.
Okay.
Treat me like a client or treat me like a friend. Don't treat me like a client, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, how are you? How's everything going with your family?
Pretty good. And yourself?
Good, good. Yeah, they're back in New York, but they're actually going to come out for a visit soon. So we're going to go check out a lot of different spots in LA.
That's exciting.
Yeah, yeah. How's everything with work?
Work is, work has been challenging, but it's been a real, it's a gift in a way. I'm happy that I'm able to go to work every day, right? When some people don't have that opportunity.
Yeah, well, what you're doing is really inspiring, helping others reach their goals. So I really admire that.
Thank you. So it's like, it's that easy, really, and people love to talk about themselves. Don't get hung up on the end result, guys, right? If you're calling for a listing or, or a buy, you're going to be, if that's the only reason you're calling, or if that is the objective of your calling, you're going to be, filled with, there's going to be lots of calls with lots of disappointment. Okay. This gives you the opportunity to use the call as a relationship building call. They'll know what you do. You'll get to that. You'll have that conversation. Keep it authentic and keep it natural. That's your best tool, guys. And it's what feels better. I mean, it's going to keep you making those calls if you don't have to ask people for something every time you pick up the phone. You know, I'll tell you an anecdote. I was coaching this fairly decent producing agent, and he could not break 16 deals a year. He had done, you know, he had gotten up to 16 deals, and he was doing 15 to 17 deals every year for the past 5 years. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I do Mike Furry. I said, well, what do you do for lead generation? Oh, I do Mike Furry, and I'm doing, you know, I'm making 20 calls a day. Okay, how many people are you talking to every day? Probably about 2 people. And what are you saying in that? It's like, hey, it's Michael, and I'm, you know, just calling to see if you need what your real estate needs for the next year are, right? You need to buy or sell anything this year? No? Well, okay, thank you. You know, I'll call you in a couple months, right? That was his call. So what do you think the people on the other side of the phone, when they see a call coming through from Michael, what are they going to do? They're going to ask themselves the question, hey, Michael's calling to ask me if I need to buy or sell real estate. I don't need to buy or sell real estate, so I'm not going to pick up the phone. That's one of the nicest things they could think. Okay, it degrades from there. You know, oh, I can't believe this freak guy's calling me one more time to ask me if I need to buy or sell real estate. Instead of thinking of Michael like a friend and knowing that, you know, the last time I talked to Michael, it was a pleasant experience, right? He asked me about my family. That it had nothing to do with real estate. Michael's checking in. The worst case scenario there is you get a text, hey, bud, I can't talk right now. Call me back later, right? Because that's how you respond to a friend. That's how you respond to someone who you have a personal relationship with, okay? Do you guys see the difference in that? Am I making myself clear? David, I got a thumbs up from David.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks, Joey.
Okay, good. Thanks, Ashley. All right. No, I'm connecting out there. All right. The tools you have at your fingertips to help people. These are some of the tools you have to help. Keller Mortgage is an amazing product for the right person. Keller Covered is also a great way to, you know, for people who have insurance needs, people who Keller offers, or people who need to sell. Keller Manage is for property management. So here are some tools you have just from Keller Williams, aside from all your other leverage points. You know, and here are some of the ways to keep it together, right? Or to communicate with your client through Command, the Keller Williams app, you know, and the such. You know, there's lead incubators, there's Connect, Keller Williams Connect, and you know, you're connecting. These are the tools you have to stay connected to your client. Technology is amazing for the space. It's amazing to keep you connected between now, the moment where we're talking, and the next moment we talk. Okay, that's what it's for. It's not to build a relationship, it's to maintain a relationship. It could be the hook, but if you don't step in and put a person on the other end of that hook, then you're not going to create a relationship. You to create, people need to believe that you can get them what they want, not that the tools, they can access tools anywhere. They can access information anywhere. They access your information and they access your tools because they care about you. Okay? So these are the tools. It's not you. You are the relationship builder. Make sure you understand the difference, please, because technology is not the in the beginning of, with the technology revolution, they believe, the belief was that technology was going to replace the human. Good luck. Never going to happen. Not going to happen in my lifetime, I should say. I feel confident that, the next 40 years of life will not take the human out of the process. But we have to show the value of the human if we don't want them to take it out of the process. And so these are tools, great tools, necessary tools, not a replacement for you. Not a replacement for you. I'll repeat that over and over again. All right. Also, we have, let's get out of that. What else? All right. Kiddo, totally integrated, end-to-end Keller Williams Command is a great platform for you to run your business. Command is an integrated end-to-end Keller Williams cloud platform that contains business critical applets for running and growing your business. It is a tool that will help you manage your database, cultivate your connections, and take leads from contact to closing. Okay, that's we'll address that later on down the line. In Spark, we're going to focus on entering contacts into Command and using smart plans to engage those contacts into touch campaigns. We'll learn more about these in the next parts. All right. Is there a all right. Oops, sorry. Also, let's not forget that our phone and KW app is all totally integrated into your command system. And then, oh, okay. All right. What am I missing here? For anyone who hasn't gotten their contacts uploaded into Command yet or needs some help with Command, Scott Leroy is a subcontracted business that I employ to help you guys get that in. They'll do everything from upload it for you or walk you through it. Scott is very available for the agents. He has a large catalog of videos, but he will also get down into the dirt and help you with it too. If you are having if you're not connected with Scott Leroy yet, please reach out to Cameron and he will he'll give you all the information to connect with Scott Leroy.
If we want to set up a meeting through Scott Leroy, is that through Cameron or do we just reach out to them directly?
Scott directly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Scott has like a starter program for new agents where he'll send you a survey. You fill out all the information of the survey, and he'll upload that all into your white pages, which are the archive of information, everything you in Keller Williams. So, and that aggregates to your website, to your app, and so on and so forth. All right. And then, all right. Has everyone received the link to the toolkit files?
I don't. Can you? Where did you guys send that?
All right. That should have gone out with. Hold on a second. Just. All right, I will send that out to you guys. Carly, I'm going to tell you to send out the link, and the link the link is in KW Connect, Carly. If you can, oh, it's right here. Hold on a second. I could probably grab it for you. Oh,
Hey, I'm here. Where did you want the link sent to?
the link for the toolkit. It is.
Okay. I think I see it right here. Ignite toolkit in the.
Yeah, just put it in the chat there. It'd be great.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. All right, I'll throw that in the chat.
Thank you, Carly. What did I do with that? I somehow lost the page. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Oh, I see. Boom. There we go. All right. So in that toolkit, you're going to find, job aids, script books, previewing homes, previewing homes, pre-listing questionnaire, pre-listing JAG. There's a bunch of stuff in there that we will use throughout this process. Also, KW Connect is the source for the class materials. If you go to kwconnect.com under education, you will, let me see if I can, you will see the, I'm sorry, KW Connect under training, go to KWU, and in that you will see Ignite 2.0 course materials. Click on that, and you can get the course materials for every day are under there. Does that make sense? Questions? Okay. So here, these are the modules we're going to be going through over the next few days. Fuel your career. Lead generation is the core of your business. Powerful language gets results. Your database is your business. Set goals that matter. Deliver your value proposition. And find and win the buyer. Also find sellers. A day in the life of a real estate agent. And then the market center specific module, which is I take you through the different people who help, right? And then this is the setting up of business. Then we move on to the actual elementals of doing business, prospecting, marketing, open houses. These are the activities: make and receive offers, negotiate the deal, financial basics, contract to close, market center module again, and buyer's consultation. These are all, these are the actions. This is the setup, right? The daily 10-4. All right, guys, this is at the core of your doing business, right? These are the activities that you do every day. In the 4 powerful habits, there are things successful agents do every day throughout their careers. The daily 10-4 are the activities that support those 4 habits. These habits are core to Spark because they will help you get your first appointment. Start with your sphere. You already have people in your phone. Add them to your database and use this as an opportunity to call them and connect or reconnect. Then you can follow up with a written note thanking them for their time and helping you to grow your business through referrals. Okay, you're all here kicking off your business, right? This is what successful agents do on the daily. They grow and manage their database, and that means adding 10 new contacts to your database daily. They prospect and not market, they prospect, which means speaking with 10 people in your database per day. And then they follow up with a handwritten note or card. And that means writing 10 notes to people you've recently contacted. And then the last piece is preview 10 homes per week, right? Is know your market. So imagine getting a high level of customer care, right? And in that, you're going to daily, lucky for you, you're starting fresh, right? So moving 10 contacts a day into your database is what you're going to do. You don't even have to find 10 new people. These are 10 people you already know. Start with the A's and clean up the information. Give them a call, move it into your database, give them a call, and then so you're entering into your database, moving them into command, then you're giving them a call, right? So you're calling those 10 people, and then after you've called them, write them each a note. Okay, and the note is so simple. Thank you for taking the 2 sentences. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, or it was lovely to speak to you. I look forward to helping you and people you care about, with any of their real estate needs. Boom. Stick your card in there. I use one of these. So a one sheet, right? It's just a one
Hey, Joey,
sheet.
when's the next command training dedicated to going over the systems and how to upload, how to use the contact system in there?
What's that? There's three command trainings a week, and they're all in the daily update. I go over them on the. I also so they're in the daily update, and I go over them at the team meeting too. There's usually 3 of them a week by Keller Williams International.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. This is the card that I use. It's just a simple little one sheet. Has my name, no branding, just it's a personal handwritten card. Okay. Keep it simple. This gets through everything. Gets through all the modern day fracas. Also, Brandon Scott Leroy has a lot of help on that front also, if you want it, easy access or immediate access to that.
Okay, thanks.
Right. All right. So daily 4, here you go, your daily 10-4. This is what you're going, these are activities you're going to be doing every day for all of your career. Divide the rest of your day between grow your business and run your business. You do the lead generation first, and then you move on to all the other things after you've done the 10-4. How you doing, Miss Starr?
I'm great, and I love hearing you teach, and love to
just
just.
hear the sound of my voice.
I love to
Star's a
just,
great teacher too.
every couple of months, I like to refresh and listen to your Ignite classes because they're amazing.
Jump on in.
Yep.
Star.
Yep.
All right. So, ahas. What do we have ahas for today? What did you guys? I love these questions, right? So the first question is, how has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets are new or were new after today? Have I helped you like take away any limiting beliefs or dispel any myths about real estate?
One aha for me was that how important it is to keep working on finding new leads, like obviously servicing your current leads, but really, even if you have one lead, you want to always be working on finding the next lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And those leads come from contacts, from interaction, from being in relationships systematically with multiple people. What do you feel differently about, and what was meaningful to you today?
I felt the 10-4 was really good. That's something I'm going to try to implement right away because, at this stage of our careers, it's a lot harder, obviously, to find people to talk to and leads and things like that. So I think the main thing is just get out there and, do that 10-4 and follow that. And from there,
Absolutely.
get it.
No. Make sure the people in who you know are fully armed with all the information that you have. Make sure that you are servicing the people you care about and that you are already have established line of communication with first, right? Before you, it's not, don't feel like you're, one of the early emotions was that that I didn't want to come off as salesy, and I didn't want to kind of ingratiate myself on people that I already knew. Like I found it easier to have interactions with people that I didn't know than people I didn't know. That is doing your friends and people you care about an injustice, right? You don't have to be always selling your services, but they have to know that you are coming from a place of being of service, right? If it's about real estate or something else, right? And this is a great way to methodically do that. You're moving 10 contacts over, you're making that a call to them, and it's a care call, okay? It's a care call. How are you
Also,
doing?
Joey,
Yeah,
can I just
sure.
interject a second? I just want to say, like, you never know. Like, it's so hard right now because of COVID, you think, but you're still taking your clothes to the cleaners, you're still talking to those people, letting them know, finding out how they're doing, how their kids are doing.
Yep. We lost you for a second there, Star. Yeah, that's a powerful conversation.
But like, I keep getting this mail delivered to my house. Like, I finally found him. I called him up. I said, dude, I'm getting your mail like twice a year, and I feel so bad returning it to sender, knowing how how the postal service is. I'm just coming to your house, and I'm going to drop off this envelope, and I would love to meet you. So I went. I met him. I gave him his mail. He was so appreciative. I gave him my card. I let him know, I'm in the area. I love his place. He called me back following week, said, Star, a friend of mine's going through a divorce. He wants you to sell his house.
Bam.
Like, you never know where it's coming from. Bam.
But
You
you
never know.
poured into
It
it.
happens all the time where, yeah,
Absolutely.
you just lean in,
You poured into
how they're
someone else.
doing. And
Yeah. I think that's amazing. That is a great example of being present in life, right? She is present enough to want to do just a little extra, But I mean, when I tell you, it doesn't take much to impact the lives of others around you. The gratitude I receive from opening a door for someone at the supermarket, is,
right.
it lights somebody's face up that you're holding the door for them, and that you're having like a human interaction with them. I mean, guys, put a little extra effort into
Right.
every moment of your life. How can I make this?
But I also want to say one other thing is that I was a secret agent for about 1.5 years, right, Joey? I wouldn't tell
Yeah,
anybody I was an
sure.
agent. I wouldn't give anybody my card. I didn't talk about real estate because I was so scared. And so even though I gave that guy my card last week, don't think I wasn't like, oh shit, I don't know if I should give him my card. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have gotten the call, and I wouldn't be seeing his friend who wants to sell his house. So just push yourself a little bit extra, especially in these times where it's a little bit harder to talk to people and meet people. Just have the conversation and give your card and just do it. Don't think twice. Don't overthink. Just do it. Now I'll stop talking.
Have fun. It didn't make you feel good. I mean, what? Yeah, I just had the experience. I hold the door open, for anyone who needs it held open. But yesterday I had the experience where this woman looked startled that I held the door open for her, that I did not push past her to get out before her, that I actually gave her the opportunity to walk in before, while I was walking out. And it was just lovely. You can change the trajectory of so many moments if you are present. I know some days I don't feel like it. Some days it takes work, but it's much easier to do what Star did than to cold call one person for me and for Star. If you're, I mean, it's just take advantage of what's in front of you. Take advantage of the opportunities that arise from the world around you at any given time. All right. You'll be surprised. That's disruption. All right. So, how will your behaviors be different going forward, and what actions are you going to take? What tools, models, or systems will you definitely use, and how will they make you accountable? Anybody? I know Brandon's going to jump on that, on the tech stuff. David, how about you? So you're leaning in there.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me is, like I said before, just jumping in with 2 feet, in that and forward. So I think that's the main thing for me. Like now I'm back. I've been away for a while, and now I'm ready to get out of beta mode and launch into this business full tilt. And I figured that's the best way to do so. Just make sure I'm making those contacts every day and having those conversations.
Yeah, the more it's exponential, right? You will, in the beginning, I understand you're starting from a standstill, right? You're at the beginning of the race, but we're preparing you for the race. You are prepared as a human being. You come preloaded with lots of with lots of elements, right? You just have to realize what you have in your personal tool chest. As you're gaining information that will expand your ability to help people in the realm of real estate. But even from the starting gate, you can have impact on a relational level, okay? We'll get you have access to the information, okay? You don't have it you haven't learned it yet. You have access to it. So use what you have existing to build those relationships, to start those relationships, and just ask the question, is there anything I can do to help you today? What can I do? If I don't have it in my toolkit, I'm going to go find it for you, okay? That's the commitment people are looking for. That's what disrupts the relationship. That's what disrupts the conversation, is what I'm trying to say, and has people think, oh, Brandon is someone who will help me get what I want. Then you have to go get it, right? Get them the information they need, or the help they need, or the resource that they need. And then you're a proven entity. Boom, just that easy. But you don't get that opportunity until you ask for it, right? Until they know what you are, what's in your bat belt, right? Is that what it's called? The Batman has his utility belt. Utility belt, yeah. So build your utility belt. You have access to information. As you're learning, take all those resources and make sure that you have them indexed so you can access them. In the olden days, when I was door knocking, I would have like a bunch of different informational sheets, stuff about tax abatement, stuff about utility resources, energy efficiency. There's a lot of different things you can bring with you. And as you're having those conversations, like, oh yeah, hold on a second, I have a little something in my archive. Technology has given us even more access to those type of resources. And you just need to know where to get them and how, you know, and to deliver them when
We
needed.
don't go down a rabbit hole.
What's that? Am I going down a rabbit hole, Star? Or are you going down?
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, my daughter is. My daughter
Okay.
is.
It's all good. Any other any other questions? I would encourage you to go to the toolkit and download the scripts and start practicing scripts. We'll talk about that later. You know, scripts are they're frameworks for purposeful conversations. When the necessary when that information is asked for, right? Do not get in the habit of jamming information into people that aren't asking for it. That is one easy way to alienate people. That's one easy way for people not to pick up the phone for you. If you're picking up the phone and say, hey, do you need to buy or sell real estate? I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, I can stand on my head, I can recite, the 9 principles of business. Nobody asked for that. Okay. Do a needs analysis. Be curious. Use form that we talked about earlier to connect on an interpersonal level. They'll get to you. Get to them first.
Right.
What do you got, Brandon? No.
I was just wondering if this presentation is anywhere, like you have a link to that also.
To this presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in KW Connect, you can download the where am I? Oh, I don't know. I can't say it. The book for this class, right? There's a module. There's a book for every module.
Okay.
It's all in KW Connect. Go under education. Go to KWU.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see Ignite 2.0 right there. Well, stop sharing. Let me try it this way. I'll walk you through that. Cool. All right. Oops, sorry. Share again. Boom. All right. All right. So KW Connect, or I guess you can go right to Keller Williams University. KW Connect looks something like this. I go under, could you guys see my page, all right?
Yeah.
You see me doing this, right? Go under KWU. See Ignite 2.0 here. Materials. You won't see the instructor's files, but you'll see all of the participant files. Download each one.
Wow.
All right. You don't have to purchase, just click it on it. All right. Does that help? Any other questions that I can help you guys with at this point? Tomorrow's going to be another day of this. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 11:30 to 12:45.
The next session, right? Or is that okay?
It's tomorrow. All right. Any other questions, guys, that I can help with? All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Have a great.
Thanks,
Oh,
Joey.
also,
Thank you.
Carly put in the KW Connect Ignite session. She put the link right there. Just click on that. It'll take you right there. The course materials. That's much
Thanks for the shot in the arm, Joey.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, love you.
Big love,
Bye.
sir. I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, David. I'll see you in a second, I think, right?
Bye.
Looks like you're in the.
Thank you.
Bye, Ashley.